Hi, I'm Restu Wahyu, and now we're talking about the conditional sentences in English. I'm going to go over the basic structure and the meaning of all these conditional sentences in English. But if you already studied this before, and then this video will be good revision for you. But if you're not so familiar with these conditional sentences, then this video will be the excellent introduction for you. Without further ado, let's get started this lesson.
Use conditional sentence to explain what actually happens, what could happen, so a possible and likely outcome in the future. We talked about what we wish would happen, so imagining a different outcome for our present situation, and what might have happened, so thinking about a different outcome that happened in the past.
And now, there are 4 types of conditional sentences. They are all really similar, but they are not the same. In the screen, there are 4 examples from each type of conditional sentences. So let's talk about what is the same or what is the different about all of these sentences. You'll use the with clauses. There are 2 parts to each sentence, separated by a comma.
And they all use the conjunction if. Just a little reminder that we use conjunction if in English to join 2 ideas together in one sentence. In all conditional sentences, we have an if clause and result clause. So, the if clause is the event or the situation that must happen in order to other thing to happen. So, the result can only happen if the if clause occurs. And that is why it's called a conditional sentence. A condition is something that you have to do, or a situation that needs to exist in order for something else to happen. If you haven't already noticed, we have the zero conditional, the first conditional, the second conditional, and the third conditional sentence. And I'm going to go through each type of conditional sentence now one by one. So let's get started with the zero conditional. The zero conditional is called the factual conditional. For example, if I get sick, I go to the doctor. And it's one of the easiest to remember because both clauses are in the present simple tense. We have the if clause with the present simple and then the present simple in the main result clause as well. So if this happens, then this is what happens. We use the zero conditional to talk about habits, facts, and truths. Then, we have the first conditional, which we use to talk about possible and likely future outcomes. For example, if I get sick, I will go to the doctor. So it's possible that in the future I'll get sick. And if that occurs, I will probably go to the doctor. So we use if with the present simple and will with the our verb infinitive. If you don't get it, feel free to also pause the video at any time that you don't get it. And now we move to the second conditional, and we use it when we want to imagine that the present situation is different. For example, if I got sick, I would go to the doctor. This is a hypothetical situation, right? It's not real. Do I look sick? I'm not sick. I'm imagining that the present situation is different for some reason. I'm imagining that I'm sick. Now, if that were true, I would go to the doctor. Now, am I really going to the doctor? Because I'm not actually sick, it's an unreal situation, right? But to express this in English, we use a if with the past simple, and then would, and the verb infinitive, in the result clause. So we use the modal verb would to show that we're imagining the result. There are lots of different uses for the second conditional. We use it to give advice, to give reason why we can't do something, and generally just imagine that life is different. And the last, we have the third conditional. The third conditional is the past unreal conditional. For example, if I had been sick, I would have gone to the doctor. So we use this structure to imagine a different past, a different to the one that actually happened, right? We use it if with the past perfect and would have with the past participle. Just to be clear, the if clause didn't actually happen, but I'm imagining the result if the past was different. So in this situation, was I really sick? I'm not talking about what actually happened. I'm talking about what could have happened in the past but didn't, and what I would have done if that had happened. That's it. So that was an overview of conditional sentence in English. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed the video.
I'm Restu and goodbye. See you.